That's a liberal.
It's like saying, would you rather have wine or water?
Wine, a half inch means a lot sometimes.
Nobody likes to eat crow. Right.
Now I'm starving.
How much is the economy today? It's that much.
This pumpkin latte sucks, and I want to speak to your manager.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading. Objection, hearsay.
Where is that woman when Biden speaks?
Get out of here. His name is pronounced Joni. And that's the end of it.
Wow, slow night tonight. Holy moly. Two people. All right. The first one is your Grandma Joe.
Hi, Grandma.
And the next one is Beer Nut. How are you, Beer Nut? Thank you for joining us. I know you have a crazy work schedule, so it's nice to have you here. Wow. So I've been a little lax in YouTube, and so I think it's showing. This is not great. Oh no. Oh no.
I shared it on 30 pages. Nobody cares.
Well, then they've finally given up on us.
I told you we need to change the name to the worst podcast ever.
I told you there was already a worst podcast ever.
Infinity.
As a show. Hello, Andrew Dorman. Good to have you here. Well, hopefully people will catch up to our show today. Jennifer was just telling me that she watched the whole first night of the DNC convention. So, Jennifer, are you joyful and hopeful?
Oh, yes. No, I'm scared. Very scared. I'm very scared.
Very
terrible.
Scared. Really? Well, why?
So
it was full of hope and joy and joy
lies. And lies.
So it didn't do it for you, huh?
No. But I couldn't find the remote, so it just couldn't.
So you just left it on. Hello, Howard Z. How are you? Don't give up. You're both great. You have to say that. You're our mother and grandmother. Hello, OG. Lucille Chabon is with us tonight. And the professor. How are you, Professor? Well, I see Deb's not with us yet, and the show is named for Deb Lebedo, Kamalatics tonight. Oh no, Jenna's gonna get converted.
No.
She's joyful.
No.
Can't you tell how joyful she is? One DNC, 1 4-hour segment of the DNC, and Jen is a convert now. She's joyful. Bob McKenna's here. How are you, Bobby? Thanks for joining us.
There's a reason they call it the DNC. Have you ever had a DNC?
Well,
it's the same thing. Having a DNC and the DNC, same thing.
So a lot of things are going on at that DNC. They've got an abortion van on site and a blow up IUD.
So that you can get an abortion?
Yes. So you can
at the convention?
At the convention, yes, you can get sterilized too. They're giving out vasectomies. Hello, Cynthia. What?
Nothing.
No, they are for real. I'm not lying.
A vasectomy van?
They have a vasectomy van and an abortion van, and they said that all their slots were filled. Absolutely, and they call us weird.
Well, I would cut my balls off too if I was a Democrat. So there you go.
My Grandma Joe wants you to take the sticker off of your glasses. On the bottom of your glasses, your drinking glasses.
You come here and do it because you know how hard that is.
It's too much work.
They were $1.
No,
you can't get them off. They were $1, these glasses.
How are you, Francine? How are you? Brian, how are you? Hey, Jen. Hey, Mother. Yesterday was birthday. Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday to Brian.
Happy birthday.
And may you have many, 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 many more, Brian. And Colleen Mahoney is with us. Thank you, Colleen, for joining us. You get bells too. And let's see. Bob McKenna, does that mean do not clean stinky land? Oh, I don't know. Oh, your glasses, because you don't, your sticker is still on.
I don't have a dishwasher. I hand wash, so they don't soak. So, but anyway, for $1, these are really strong stickers, but I got them off. There you go.
The glue is better than the glue that holds my IKEA cabinets together. I feel like Jack Nicholson at the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest after listening to Democrats talk more than 10 minutes. I got to tell you, I do too. And, you know, for a while they were calling Donald Trump and Vance weird. So I thought that I'd start the show with a little bit of some of the stuff that the Dems support. So let's listen to this quick clip about math.
So I misunderstand. Are we saying that 2 + 2, if you say it's 4, that's racist? I mean, that sounds like we may be mischaracterizing it. What, if you can quickly sum it up?
No, that's not mischaracterizing it at all. Math is basically racist under this ideology because it says there is no such thing as an objective reality. So 4 might not be the right number. 2 + 2 might actually equal 5.
Okay. Jen's gone. But so reality is subjective. I love when they tell us that we have to listen to facts, but then they start to conflate facts and make them up as they go along. Okay. Oh, well, Jen just left us. We're having a Dickens of a day already. And here she is, Debbie Lobato, the woman who named tonight's show Kamalatics. How are you, Debbie? Good to have you here. Well, Jennifer will come back in a minute, I'm sure. Abortion and vasectomy truck. Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute. Well, we started to. Hey, Jim, where are you? Yeah, really. I'd like to know too, Brian. Hello, Maria Lupo. Good to have you with us. You are very welcome. Well, Deb, thank you, because you coined it and we want to get it out there. Objective reality, i.e. religion. Yeah, good idea. 2 + 2 is 4. Yeah, it usually is, unless you're a Democrat. Well, let's hear some more weird things or see some more. Good. I'm glad you're back for this one, Jen.
Everything just goes wrong. I couldn't hear the rest of it. I wanted to hear it, and all of a sudden it said you were disconnected from all apps with StreamYard.
Okay. Well, they said that you want me to play it again, and it only takes a second.
So I misunderstand. Are we saying that 2 + 2, if you say it's 4, that's racist? I mean, that sounds like we may be mischaracterizing it. What, if you can quickly sum it up?
No, that's not mischaracterizing it at all. Math is basically racist under this ideology because it says there is no such thing as an objective reality. So 4 might not be the right number. 2 + 2 might actually equal 5.
She should get aborted at the DNC. There you go.
Oh, you were going to be in trouble.
Why? Because I said abortion? Everyone wants abortion. What's the problem?
Oh, but she's a full-grown woman who says that math is racist.
Babies in their third trimester. They're full.
You can't abort
babies. You can.
They're only. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go there. Colleen said that when you were gone, you went to clean your glass. Is she right? What is 100 times a half plus 30?
Racist.
They want to disprove objective reality. Yeah, they want us to all be crazy. That's what they want us to do. Well, they believe in late term. Yeah, they do indeed. The Dems certainly have an objective reality. Yeah, well, they have an alternate reality, if you ask me. All right, so here's what happened at one of the Pride parades. I don't know which one. You explained it to me, Jen.
That's nice. So when they're all raped by their uncle or their neighbor, they think it's fine. It's a pride parade. It's okay.
Yeah.
The tidy whitey Fruit of the Looms. It's familiar to me.
I'm shocked. I'm appalled. And if that's not weird, I don't know what is.
But you can't hit your kid.
Yeah, really? I'm ill. Yes, indeed. Good evening, Ramon. Good to have you here. A distorted reality. Yes, indeed. That's distorted. Those poor children growing up with this crap. I say it all the time. I cannot believe it. And they say they don't want to go back. Kamala will say, we're never going back. You're never going back to civility, to social standards, to manners, to family. No, this is much better. He's spreading monkeypox. Yeah. What an example for those kids. Yeah. And there were their parents. Nobody seemed to have a problem. These people are morons. They just can't be gay or trans. They have to do inappropriate crap in front of kids. Well, there's plenty.
There shouldn't be kids at the parade. First off,
it's not those people. We know that those people who do that kind of stuff are mentally ill. It's the kids' parents that I have a problem with, because that is something that I mean, there were certain songs on the radio that I wouldn't let Jen and Robert listen to.
We can't listen to Baby It's Cold Outside anymore, but I could see his balls and his Fruit of the Looms.
Exactly. I mean, and what was that? I mean, was he proving he could twerk? What was he doing?
He was proving that his balls are almost touching the ground.
Oh my God, it was so gross on every level. It was so gross. I don't care if you're a hetero or straight or trans or
a pair of like banana hammocks or something.
That was horrible. Dirty, tidy white. Yeah. Hypocrisy at its finest. Yeah, I think that's weird. Let's call it what it is. Weird. More like fruitcakes, right? Fruit of the Loom fruitcake. Not so tidy whities. Yeah, he's been wearing them for a while. Oh, I can't. Yeah, exactly. Groomers, Mecky. How dare you say Merry Christmas, yet he hung his balls in the street. I love Debbie Lobato. Oh my God. It's grapefruit, Jen. Yeah, that's the kind of fruit in that loom. Breaking down of objective truth. Oh my God. All right, let's see what else is weird. Oh, this is weird. A reporter asking for free speech to be terminated. The reason we have the First Amendment is for the press. Listen.
Elon Musk is slated to interview Donald Trump tonight on X. I don't know if the president is going to tune in. Feel free to say if he is or not. But I think that misinformation on Twitter is not just a campaign issue. It's a America issue. What role does the White House or the president have in sort of stopping that, or stopping the spread of that, or sort of intervening in that? Some of that was about campaign misinformation, but it's a wider thing, right?
Yeah, no, and you've heard us talk about this many times from here, about the responsibilities that social media platforms have when it comes to misinformation, disinformation. Don't have anything to read out from here about specific ways that we're working on it, but we believe that they have the responsibility. These are private companies, so we're also mindful of that too. But look, it is. I think it is incredibly important to call that out as you're doing. I just don't have any specifics on what we have been doing internally.
Journalist doesn't want you to be able to speak freely.
Well, we can't, so it's gone anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's true. He had his Palestine colors on. I thought it was pride colors, but you're right. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't even play it again because it's gross. I had to watch it enough times to clip it, and I'm not watching it anymore. But you're right. It was Palestine colors, not pride colors. Are the words smart Democrat really an oxymoron? Very good, Howard. Very good. Wait, let me give him a bell. Jean-Pierre is queen of not answering. Well, I mean, Kamalatics. This is all Kamalatics. This is what she stands for.
Bidenomics and Kamalatics.
We never heard the terms misinformation, disinformation, debunked, or fact checkers until Trump and the truth coming out. Yeah, isn't that true? Isn't that true? Suddenly, you don't want an educated public. John Macbeth. It is the ultimate responsibilities of individuals to parse the truth from misinformation. Bingo! 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 I love you to bits, John Macbeth.
Yes.
We don't have
And we ask
similar
you all to share our show every week and follow, but no one does.
Yeah, well, that's true. But John and I do not agree on politics most of the time, but on humanity and decency, I think that we agree most of the time. So it's good to have you.
Elon Musk is slated to interview.
Sorry. So this happened at the convention last night. I think this is a little weird.
It's a privilege. It's an honor, and I can tell you this ticket, feeling that energy, just a privilege. I'll leave it alone, but you're.
Okay, I'm in the dark because one of my lights just went out. So this is how you gotta see me tonight. Oh my God, I feel like a ghost now. Okay, did you see? Those were his kids making bunny ears behind him.
That's great. I'd vote for him now just for that. They're probably dead now, but
I don't think. No, he posted it. He posted it on his Twitter.
It's funny. Listen, it's pretty funny.
Snopes existed long before Trump. Well, then I guess we got to know it more during Trump. Okay, and
but I thought Snopes just undid fake news. Snopes wasn't about people like talking. It just did fake news, like anything that was in the news that was not real.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It was, or on the internet. Yeah, it wasn't about people speaking. They didn't fact check us.
Didn't he shake his wife's hand instead of kissing her? I don't know. I didn't watch. Jennifer, you watched The Joyous Occasion. What did he shake her hand instead of kissing her?
No, who?
Tim Walz.
His own wife?
That's what Colleen said. I don't know. I don't know. Well, this was pretty weird too.
I wouldn't kiss him either. Anyway.
Watch this interaction between Nancy Mace and a panel because of the way she pronounces the name Kamala Harris, or it's Kamala. It's Kamala, and we all have to pronounce it properly the same way we all have to magically know
people's asshole.
We have to know people's pronouns. Watch.
Sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are
it.
intending that I
Your
am
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that is
part and parcel of a
offensive.
tradition of disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman.
and it's
why can't you just?
offensive.
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm saying what the practice is racist.
You are. You absolutely are.
Let me get. No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25
they
years
care
ago,
for your babies
25 years ago, I became
humanity.
the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me actually
pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris. If
Kamala.
Kamala.
You said it.
We're not calling you Nancy.
It's Kamala. You're doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
That's disrespectful.
You can't expect people to
respect
your service if you don't respect
and walked that stage 25 years ago, she
You're
would
a
have
white woman disrespecting a black woman.
that achievement away from women.
Let's all pronounce. Nancy or Nancy.
Oh my gosh.
Shaniqua.
Oh, I cannot. Oh my gosh. We're now going to get into, now it's racist if you mispronounce somebody's name. This is crazy.
I've been called Romero since before high school.
Exactly.
Jimmy even calls me Romero. I don't think it does. It's not Romero or Rimaro. It's Romero. So I'm Puerto Rican. I've been Puerto Rican for about 40 years. So I've never said a word.
I mean, to say that it's disrespectful if you mispronounce somebody's name, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, and I'm sorry, but we pronounce words differently than people in the South, than people in in Boston.
I've asked for seltzer in Myrtle Beach, and they've given me salsa, and I'm like, no, seltzer. Oh, you want soda water? Yeah, I don't want salsa. I want seltzer.
I'm glad John said individuals have the responsibility. The Democrats' best candidate are socialists who helped create dumpster fires in their home states. Yeah, reminiscent of Giuliani's son stealing the spotlight. The rabbit ears, 100%. I remember when it happened, everybody was appalled. The news media went wild over the fact.
What was he doing? I forget. He was by the podium.
He was at the podium.
Faces.
He was stepping up while Giuliani was talking. He was jumping around, and the news media was appalled at the fact that Giuliani could not control his child. But I mean, it's the difference. There's a big difference in the way the news media treat conservatives as opposed.
Oh yeah, New York one sucks, and I'll never watch it again.
Yeah,
it is so bad.
I stopped going on for a reason. Lol, I've mispronounced names of all ethnicities, of course. Someone said dancing around the issues without any answers, hence the Kamala waltz. I love that. I saw that meme. It was great. That's acceptable. What's acceptable? I don't know. Intending racism. That's a new one for me. I intend to get myself a beer. Okay, Mickey. Raise one for me. They love to call everyone racist until it comes to conservative Black people. Then they persecute conservative Black people and call them horrible names. Well, that's true. We have something coming up in a minute that you'll see. Unless you keep doing it after being corrected, that's disrespectful. Unless you can't. Come on.
I'm sorry, Letitia. How many times have you even told a Black person your name? And they can't pronounce it?
Absolutely.
Lucretia,
100%.
you get called Lucretia, Latisha.
Absolutely. They have been messing up my name forever. You call me Colleen down here. I would never feel disrespected. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it is what it is. When you have a difficult name or a name that's unusual, you're going to be mispronounced.
You remember how you spelled my name when I was born.
Letitia Romero has been.
She can't even say it.
Has been called a myriad of different things. Believe me, I've had it my whole life. Hi, Helene Glazer. Helen Glazer. Don't call her Helene.
You are a racist.
All right. Well, speaking of the news media, watch what happened when Don Lemon went to the Atlantic City boardwalk to talk to voters about who they were voting for. This was interesting.
We're here in Jersey, Atlantic City. Who do you support?
Trump.
I plead the fifth.
Trump for the win.
Tell me why.
I can't really call that right now, but I just feel like she's not good for president. She's good vice, but not for the actual lead role for the country.
Does it have anything to do with being a woman?
No. No, because I feel like women, nah, you're not going to give me that.
Your money's on Harris.
Yeah.
Who do you want?
Trump.
Why don't you like Harris?
She doesn't have any experience.
She's the vice president. She's a senator.
Yeah, no experience. No. She had no experience.
Well, I want Donald Trump. I just feel we need somebody that has a stronger background with the military and the world in general.
She was a prosecutor and an attorney general and a senator and a vice president.
I know nobody likes him, but we had good times with Donald Trump. Our economy was good. Life was good.
But you know the economy's better under Biden than Trump.
Bullshit.
Well, that's what the stats show. That's what the facts show.
Well, you know what? I don't know where they're getting their facts, but I don't think they're valid. I don't know where their facts are coming from.
You're in a gambling town. Who's your money on?
I'm going to support the Democratic Party, but, I mean, Trump looked like he got it in the bag right now.
4 years ago, it was a lot better. I made a lot more money than I do now.
I know you feel that way, but that's not actually what the record shows. The economy is actually better under Biden. No, I'm serious. That's what the facts show.
Okay, you know what?
No, that's not because I watch CNN. Trump or Harris?
Trump.
That's who's going to win.
That's who's going to win.
Who you support?
I support Trump. All the people that came to this country legally, it's not fair that they're letting all 10,000 to 15,000 people or 20,000 people here illegally. Have you seen San Diego? Yeah. They're coming off the boats, off the water right here, off the ocean. Did you know Biden was flying them in? Did you know Biden was flying them in? You didn't know that?
What do you Canadians think about what's going on here?
We think you're all nuts. We're just watching from afar and just enjoying the show.
I got to get out of Atlantic City. Where are we going to next?
The guy with the chair isn't allowed to vote, so it doesn't even count.
He's definitely allowed to vote.
No, they took that away.
Well, everybody is allowed to vote. Everybody is allowed to vote now. Oh,
20,000. Yeah, a day.
A day.
All right, Biden.
Listen, I get my numbers confused all the time, so I feel terrible with this light. I'm going to have to fix it, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to. Okay, let's see. Racist, if you spell someone's name, get real, and it's just an error. Yeah, absolutely. Monopoly on everything. Maybe Republicans are racist. We like green, gold, silver, and hate white liberals. Can't. Come on. I thought your name was hard to pronounce, so I asked because I cared enough to respect you, Letitia. Well, I understand, John, but that doesn't mean that if you get somebody's name wrong consistently because of how you pronounce words, that you're disrespecting them. It is what it is. I mean, everybody has an accent. Everybody speaks a different way. Some people do it. Some people don't. And to say that she's racist because she couldn't get her name straight, that's ridiculous. We know what racism is. That racism is serious. That's not racism. Don Lemon lives in an alternate universe. Okay. Stalin says it's not who votes that concerns me, how the votes are counted. Yes, indeed. Where is the proctologist, because they need to get one for where they are pulling out their answers. Some people can't say aluminum spaghetti, etc. Indeed. All right. Let's see. Well, okay. Here is the discussion about the abortion vasectomy bus at the DNC and what it projects to people. Watch.
How will the optics of Planned Parenthood offering free abortions and repurposed RV land with those moderate voters? There are a lot of them out there.
I don't know how it will land with all of them, but among some of them, there has to be disgust. I mean, this is, in essence, glorifying abortions to the point that you're now going to bring in a mobile van and tell delegates and other people coming in for the political convention that foremost in your mind is providing abortions for the people there. The optics are terrible on it. It's as if somehow or another these people are not, number one, they're also giving away contraceptives. So, okay, your delegates are not responsible enough to manage their own sex lives. They're offering vasectomies for men. I guess if men going there want to be neutered, that's their right. But this whole optic about the abortions, it seems to be just not only in bad taste. What does it say about the party that this is something that they're trivializing?
If I can jump in.
Of go ahead.
Planned Parenthood says all the appointments have been filled. There's a waiting list for vasectomies. Is that a sign that this is not going to go or scare away those moderate voters?
I don't think that's a sign of that at all. I mean, I think when you look at the Democrat Party, you have the most radical of the radicals showing up. Now, they're saying that they're filled. Okay, I guess we'll have to take their word for it. They also said a number of other things that are not believable, and some of them are too graphic for me to even talk about on this program. But look at what the critics are saying about this. I read one report that said the Democrats are opening their convention with a nod to human sacrifice.
I went to the DNC and all I got was this lousy vasectomy. T-shirts shall be made.
Excellent. Oh my gosh. Oh my
That is
God.
like a mobile, it's an ASPCA van.
I mean,
New to
I
your
don't
cats and dogs. All right, Bob
understand this.
Barkers. All right, Bob Barkers.
Listen, I don't understand it. I have always said that choice is, those decisions are between a woman and her doctor, but it is still murdering a baby. And
I'm more worried about the balls.
What's that?
I lost my balls in Chicago.
I lost my balls at the DNC. Oh my God.
I am so going there tomorrow. I'm taking off of work. I'm making 100 T-shirts right now on the street corner.
Oh my
There's
God.
at least 100 assholes that got their balls taken away yesterday.
I can't. Oh my God. Do you have the video of Kamala Harris talking about locking people up with the stroke of a pen? I don't.
Oh, that Jimmy told me. That is great. And she's like, they'll probably walk free. I'll probably excuse them after, but I locked them up. Yeah, she said that years ago.
Oh my God, I can't. Like the mobile PCA trucks. Yes, great minds think alike. Every delegate for Kamala has to have a mandatory abortion in the mobile van. It's just it's insanity that
Can you imagine having an abortion in a mobile van?
I mean, but what he's
I wouldn't even go on the bus. I won't even ride a bus in New York City. I'm going to go get a baby scraped out of me on a mobile van.
Oh my God.
And then go inside.
Street interviews are trash. Only one collection of opinions will matter in November. I'm hopeful for an accurate count and that any discrepancies be investigated, adjudicated, and certified. We agree. 100% we agree. Hi, girls. Watching from my phone a little late, too. Good to have you back, Sean. Good to have you back. I think we have the volume all worked out now. You'll let us know if we don't. It's all about the replacement theory. Yes, indeed, Professor. At the end of the day, it's not a bad thing that the left are sterilized. Well, I listen. I mean, that's their choice. It's just the optics, as Bo Snerdley said. A human sacrifice. As Jennifer said, I went to the DNC, and it's all I got is this stupid T-shirt. I mean, stupid vasectomy. I mean, this is what you want to be known for.
But if you're that stupid to get your balls cut off outside of an arena in Chicago in a mobile van, you should not be voting. You should not be able to make any decisions, life decisions in your life.
You can't do that. Stupid people vote all the time.
But with abortion, listen, you know how I stand with abortion. I'm socially liberal and fiscally conservative. I believe that you should be able to get one in the first trimester. And if you were raped, listen, there's adoption. I don't, that's traumatic enough. I believe that third trimester is disgusting. If there's a medical issue, of course I support it. If you're raped, of course I support it, because either way, you're going to be fucked up for life. Either decision of keeping it and putting it for adoption, keeping it or aborting it is going to fuck you up for life. But what they're saying is you can abort your baby up until 6 months. They're not saying 9. They're saying 6 now. But that's
no. In New York, it's up to 9 months.
No, it's not. Look it up. But my girlfriend had her baby at 5.5 months, and she's thriving. She's now 15. Right. So that just goes to show that even at 6 months, it's not okay. If you're going to be that selfish, then give your baby up for adoption.
And that has always been my statement.
And
if
that's
you
mine.
spend as much money on adoption, on making adoption easier, and
but it costs money, which is crazy. Where does that money go? When you buy a baby, who gets that money?
That I can't answer. But adoption is not easy. That's how it's okay to leave your kid into a foster family, and all these foster parents get all this money, and half these kids are being abused and sexualized and beaten and starved and all that stuff. That they have no problem with. But making adoption as easy as abortion, they have a problem with that.
But it's cheaper to adopt a black baby. Why? Why is it so easy and cheaper? You can't get a white baby unless you're super, super, super rich and powerful. I have 2 friends that adopted white babies. Everyone else could not get one. You need to be a multimillionaire, and I would love to know that answer.
That I can't answer. I know that adopting children from other countries is much easier. So that's why we've had the Korean and Asian and African, and we've had babies from all countries coming in. But I did not know there was a difference in a baby
100%.
based on its race. That I don't know. Okay. But they gave out hot dogs. Oh, all right. We're back at the DNC. Sorry. That's funny. I hope that gay guy at the parade went into that truck. Oh, God. I want one, Jen.
A vasectomy?
I think she wants a t-shirt. I think we're back on the t-shirt. We're far back. Okay.
I can't even see it. I'm seeing like it now.
The young lady who addressed the DNC about being raped by her father has choices when she was 12. It is sad that in too many places she wouldn't have that choice today. Killing the baby doesn't undo the rape. I just want to say that.
And that's what I just said. You're fucked up even with everything, every choice you have, you're scarred for life.
Right. Killing the baby doesn't undo the rape.
The baby didn't do anything.
Let's get that clear. And any woman that's had an abortion will tell you that it plays with your head. So I understand, and I'm never going to say that a woman shouldn't have a choice, because at the end of the day, that's between her and her doctor.
Conscience.
Well, a woman who wants an abortion will find a way to get it, and some of those ways are unsafe.
Yeah. What's going to happen?
But making it an issue of this magnitude that we are praising it.
Well, that's how they're buying the vote.
Insanity.
Because they're going to wind up giving them away for free. You're going to be able, instead of paying 4 or 5, whatever much it costs, they're just going to give them away for free, like the jab.
Abortions? They do.
Yes. No. You have to
yes, they do. Jennifer, Planned Parenthood, all those, there are so many
those, I guess, but
clinics
I guess if you want to go to that
give a boy that Planned Parenthood, you didn't pay for those. They just brought the van up, and that's what you did. We all think the world thinks as we do. They don't. FYI, it's any consolation, it's not as close as it was.
Listen, abortion makes the country lazy. So when you know your poor decisions, not rape, not all that stuff, can easily be fixed, you're going to keep doing it.
Well, everything is making the country lazy. Everything. That's why we want our loans paid off. We want our this paid off. We want our that paid off. That's what Kamala Harris's economic plan is. Give everybody everything. And look at where we are because of that. We got to print more money. We're in a situation right now where somebody, a migrant, an illegal migrant working under the table, off the books or whatever, is paying for the education of somebody who got a doctorate.
They're off the book. They're not paying taxes.
They are going into stores and paying taxes on what they consume. If they buy anything, there's a tax associated.
That's not the tax that they use for. That's state tax.
It's that's a state tax. Anything that's taxed is
it was
part
a federal
of
because the Pell.
Well, you're right about that, but
I know what you're saying. They're not paying anything. F them, because I'm just mad at them. And
well, what I'm saying is a waitress now who's paying taxes on their tips and their minimum wage and everything else is now paying for the doctorate degree of people who are working in government.
Yes.
Who, by the way, most government will give you your education for free. All right, so I don't understand.
And city.
Yeah, but I mean, like you can have continuing education for free. So you went to college, you paid you incurred all these loans, and now a waitress or a house cleaner or somebody who's making minimum wage at McDonald's is paying for you to pay off your student debt.
But
how is
at
that
McDonald's, fair? You need a bachelor's to be a manager now. and they still can't get your order right. So go figure.
It's up to 9 months in New York, but not without a doctor certifying the danger to the mother and inevitable death.
And that I agree.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I listen, I'm not a doctor, but here's my question is when babies are being delivered at 5 months and surviving, well, put it this way. How is it either you can have a C-section, right? Or you have to vaginally deliver. That's the only way they can get a 9-month formed baby out of you, right? So how is it that it's going to protect the life of the mother? Because if you have a C-section, you have a
So
C-section.
they're saying if you're going to die, if the mother's going to die, if the mother's going to die.
Okay, but think about what I just said. You're 9 months pregnant, and the doctor says you can't deliver this baby. We have to give you a medical abortion. All right, so now you have a dead baby inside of you. How are they getting it out? Either vaginally, right? Or they're going to do a C-section. So why couldn't they just have a live baby come out of you?
No, I think it's more. Wait, what? Cut it out. But what happens if you have I'm like a life-threatening thing, like
okay, go ahead.
gestational diabetes.
Okay, go ahead. How are they getting the baby out? How are they getting the dead baby out? They're either having a C-section or you're delivering.
It's not dead in you.
If you're having a late-term abortion, up to 9 months, for the life of the mother, medical necessity. We have to kill the baby first and then get it out of you. How are they taking it out? Through
Maybe it's a demon baby and it's killing you while it's inside.
Okay, so think about that kind of crap.
That I never thought about.
Well, think about it. Only here, folks. Only here. They're talking about non-lethal abortion. Putting in
maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Be removed from the mother. Crazy. I don't. Sure. Okay. All right. We are far behind. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. So here's Kamala Harris. We finally hear her put out a statement on a policy. Here it is. It's not all of it, but basically it's what it is. It's the economy. Okay. Wait. I can't find it. Hold on. Here we are. The economy.
This election, I do strongly believe, is about two very different visions for our nation. One, ours, focused on the future, and the other, focused on the past. We see that contrast clearly in many ways, including when it comes to how we think about the economy. So our country has come a long way since President Biden and I took office. At that time, we sadly remember the millions of Americans that were out of work. We were facing one of the worst economic crises in modern history. And today, by virtually every measure, our economy is the strongest in the world. We have created 16 million new jobs. We've made historic investments in infrastructure, in chips manufacturing, in clean energy. And new numbers this week alone show that inflation is down under 3%. And as President of the United States, it will be my intention to build on the foundation of this progress. Still, we know that many Americans don't yet feel that progress in their daily lives. Costs are still too high. And on a deeper level, for too many people, no matter how much they work, it feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. As president, I will be laser focused on creating opportunities for the middle class that advance their economic security, stability, and dignity. Together, we will build what I call an opportunity economy.
Did she just take two speeches and mend them together?
Basically.
Like one from a while ago.
Yeah. An opportunity economy.
Well, she said we're in the best economy, and then she's like, I work to get you out of the bad economy.
Well, but that's the whole thing. She's acting as if she wasn't part of this for the last almost 4 years. So, first of all, a 3% inflation rate is nothing to cheer about, because when Trump left office, it was 1.8%, the inflation rate. So, I mean, the inflation is up. It's no matter how many times they want to say it's down from when they caused it to go up, but it's up. It's up. What country is she talking about? Yeah, that's what a lot of people want.
Venezuela.
Yeah, a lot of people want to know that. If you heard the people talking about the economy, inflation is down after Biden and Harris policies raised inflation to 20. Exactly, Howard. Our country came down. The wrong way, not a long way. They live in the state of delusion. Excellent. I just got back from driving the I-95 corridor. Infrastructure projects were everywhere. Each of those projects represent a boon to the local economy. Well, you're right about that. Infrastructure projects are all over the place.
Like the Gowanus? 40 fucking years later, we're still working on it. Good luck.
Yeah, plenty of infrastructure going on, plenty of jobs, plenty of people.
Get finished. Yeah, plenty of jobs.
Plenty of roads being built. Yeah, there were some being built under Trump
That's
too.
to nowhere.
But unfortunately, everything takes longer to travel to because of these infrastructure projects. Not that they shouldn't be, but that did not solve inflation.
There's been a pothole that wrecked my tires outside for 4 months. I'm just like,
it belongs. Kamala. It belongs in the state. So does education. Federal government is way too big and involved. 100%. I agree. She must be going through a change. It's like the Twilight Zone episode: the abnormal or the norm, and the normal. Yeah, exactly.
It's Bizarro world.
If we say it enough times, they'll believe it, because everybody is stupid. Sherman Act makes price fixing illegal. Yeah. They're building new roads, but no one can afford the electric cars they want everybody to buy. Excellent point, Howard.
And your battery will combust at any given time because it's made in China.
Exactly. All right, so here are the reporters asking Kamala how she's going to pay for whatever she promised.
Okay, guys. Hi. What you got?
All right here. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's almost done. I mean, there's some little tweaks, and I'm gonna, work on it probably starting tomorrow for the next couple of days. But it's coming along. I feel good about it. I mean, essentially, it's much of what you've probably heard me talk about before in terms of just what I believe to be the promise of America and the fact that we're all in this. And there's obviously a lot at stake, but there's also a lot to feel good about in terms of the future of our country. So there will be a lot that is about what I believe is a way forward, a new way forward, and bringing everyone along in that.
You unveiled your economic policies last week.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you're going to pay for those, and can you give us a sense of what other policies you want to unveil going forward?
Sure. Well, I mean, you just look at it in terms of what we are talking about, for example, around children and the child tax credit and extending the EITC. It's at $6,000 for the first year of a child's life. The return on that investment in terms of what that will do and what it will pay for will be tremendous. We've seen it when we did it in the first year of our administration. We reduced child poverty by over 50%. So that's a lot of the work. And then what we're doing in terms of the tax credits, we know that there's a great return on that investment. When we increase home ownership in America, what that means in terms of increasing the tax base, not to mention property tax base, what that does to fund schools, again, return on investment. I think it's a mistake for any person who talks about public policy to not critically evaluate how you measure the return on investment. When you are strengthening neighborhoods, strengthening communities, and in particular the economy of those communities, and investing in a broad-based economy, everybody benefits, and it pays for itself in that way.
Hey, Kamala, where's your term paper? It's due tomorrow. I'm going to start it tomorrow morning, and it's going to be amazing. And we're going to talk about things that are going to make today tomorrow, but not yesterday. It's going to be epic of how this world is going to change on a basis that things are going to be good. Mm-hmm. They're going to be good and not bad like they were yesterday, but tomorrow will be better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So So this is, I love that she's.
That's her Biden.
That's like, fuck, I'm fucked.
I'm not answering this. Yeah, it sounds to me that they're saying if you invest in people and if you give people opportunity, then they're going to be able to pay more taxes, and then everybody wins. Isn't that exactly what Trump said? Except for in order for the government to do it first, you have to take a whole bunch of money from people who can't afford it to give it to the people that you want to give it to. And then those people will pay more taxes. But the people that you took the taxes from, they have to suffer first. So why don't we just get government the hell out of everybody? And let business do what it's supposed to do.
The big business. When you
focus on, like John Macbeth said, the roads, the infrastructure to get things done. Good idea. Love that idea.
The people who get to work.
How about the people that you take care of are the people that take care of your country, the veterans? They did that. Good job. Trump did it first. They did it more. Excellent. Perfect. How about we do that? How about if we get the hell out of the way and let the country run the way it's supposed to run instead of deciding who should get the money based on anything? Based on whatever they decide it should be based on, because we don't know. I mean, look, we're paying student loans for people in government. So wait a minute, they're on the government, they get paid by the government taxpayer. They get free education if they work in government to further their education. And now they're getting free education to pay off their free money to pay off their loans before they entered government.
And most of the government, right? All of us.
So as long as you're the chosen people, you get to have stuff. Sounds a lot like socialism to me. Sounds a lot like what happened in Cuba. Sounds a lot like what happened in Venezuela. If you're the right person, you get to have stuff. Well, here's what some women on the street in Chicago said about Kamala.
What do you guys think about Kamala?
It'll be cool.
She's terrible. If she comes into office, it will be done.
It'll be cool to see a female black. You know, she's half black, not fully black, but it'll be cool to see a black president,
a Western Indian,
female black president. But I'm definitely voting for Trump.
Let me tell you something. She tries to get the black vote because if you look at her past things and maybe 10, 15 years ago when she's in interviews, she identifies as West Indian. The only way that she's identified as African American is right now, because she wants the voters, but she doesn't give a fuck. Because where was she at in these past 4 years and she's vice president? What has she done for us?
She have not.
Can you say one thing that
I didn't even know she was the vice president.
Can we say what she has done?
Let's go, Trump.
And I am going to stand on Trump, and I'm so sorry if that may ruffle people's feathers, but I have done my own research, and Trump has done a lot for us, more than what the media tries to portray. They're getting all our favorite rappers. They're having Megan Thee Stallion twerk and all of that to gain, because they think that that's going to make us vote for them, and that's not.
And that never got my vote.
And that will never get my vote. And I'm going to stand on that. Twerking
did not get my vote.
Meg Thee Stallion, first off, the song that she was even saying is very ignorant.
They just lost their whole train of thought. They were just like, that's it.
So I guess that guy twerking at the Pride Parade is not getting their vote.
No. They went from like yes, straightforward. They were right on the money, and then they just took it to another level of being angry.
All right, we got a lot of comments. I don't know where I left off, so I'm going to just start here. She said it's down less than 3%, not down to less than 3%, and that means down from 20%. And this comes from an accountant. Just look at food, utilities, and gas, also rent. I think people are seeing through it, but who knows?
One bag cost me $76, and I told the kid Bidenomics, and I was with Diane, and she started laughing. He laughed. And then he looked over his shoulder because I'm going to get fired.
Yeah.
And he was so scared. I'm like, it's Bidenomics, $76. I bought nothing. One bag, a little bag.
Day one of the Harris presidency is China taking over Taiwan and Taiwan Semiconductor. That is the largest foundry in the world. They will totally control the U.S. economy. Good point. Great example of Kamalatics. Yep. all about the undoing of objective truth, reality, and ethos. Tax revenue goes up when tax rates are cut. The reason the deficit goes up is because they continue to spend more than the revenue every year. Exactly. Businesses benefit from infrastructure improvements more than individuals. Trickle down has never worked. I don't agree with that. I think it has.
And well, businesses also, they make out when their taxes are not that high because then they have the money to hire people.
Well, look at
and
what
then when they hire people, they're paying the taxes. Everything evens out. At the end of the day, it all evens out.
Well, just look at what happened when the government decided what minimum wage would be. What happened? Everything went automated. Everything went automated, and small businesses closed. So how did that work out? And not only that, but the minimum wage went up on a mandatory basis, and then people who are making minimum wage have to pay, instead of $2 for a gallon of milk, $3.50 for a gallon.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So if you pay the civilians more money and you triple tax the big businesses, they don't have the money to hire people. But these people are paying less tax. So if you give to the little people that can get jobs, but the big people can't give them jobs because they're going bankrupt, where does that go?
Well, here's the thing. We've seen it for years. You tell me that, they're claiming that jobs were created. Oh, okay, really? Where?
Well,
where were they were COVID jobs that were lost during COVID are now they're creating different kinds of jobs.
Closed. No, but everyone was closed. So now these businesses are reopening. So of course there are more jobs. Yeah. But if you super tax the rich, they don't have the money to hire everyone.
Well, if you super tax the rich, the rich can hide their money and not pay taxes. So there's no way that you're ever going to get anybody.
You can't hide anything anymore because no one takes cash anymore.
Well, nobody takes cash, but they also charge you 3% if you use a credit card. Go figure that.
Because that's what the credit card companies charge you.
Exactly. Is there an outside influence terminating fertility and or pregnancy? I think yes, because I know more young people are having a hard time having babies. So I don't know. That seems to be the feeling amongst a lot of people of color. Education offers opportunity. There are publicly educated children who have excelled above homeschooled. Of course. And there are people with 3 legs, and there are, frogs that have 2 heads.
And I know people with 4 degrees that don't have
It's not about the one-off incident.
It's about you. It's about the person.
It's about the majority. People in the know
understand. The person too.
Yeah, that's true. That the powers that be are the real beneficiaries of politics. This is true. Let me just say this. If we don't aspire to being independent and to being self-sufficient, which is what we're taking away, we're taking people's desire to be proud of pulling themselves up by their bootstraps and doing it without help and doing it on their own. Doing it the hard way. We're taking that away by the government handing stuff out. And when you have that, then you have a people who is looking to the government to provide everything. That turns into socialism, which turns into communism. And it's proven time and time again. Show me one socialist nation. So show me one communist nation where everything works well. I don't see any. It doesn't work.
But even on your point, where I was thinking about abortion. So if you just go on, forget it. I'm not going to say it because it's going to be bad. No, but you know what? No, I'm going to say it. Okay. So if you don't allow abortion and everyone has to have their babies, what's going to happen?
Oh, no, listen.
No, I want to know, but what's going to happen?
Well, listen, if you don't allow abortion, but you do allow and do promote adoption, first of all, I don't think it should ever be that way, because right now, let me just tell you something. Here's an interesting story. My mother had to go to the emergency room over the weekend, and we needed to follow up with doctors. I called the doctor's office, and the soonest appointment they could give me was September 29th. Now, she just went into the hospital, so she needs to see the doctor now. They asked me what kind of insurance she had. And they insisted that was the earliest appointment they could give me, until I told her that she had Medicare, because they thought she only had Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Medicare pays the most.
When I told them Medicare, they gave me the appointment for September 5th. why am I telling you this story? Because we are now being handled by our insurance companies, not by our doctors. Our doctors are not making decisions about what's best for us. Our insurance companies are. Politicians should not be making decisions about what happens with people's bodies. But what I am saying, and I think what most Americans are saying, is that if they spent as much money educating people on contraception and on adoption as they do on abortion, then maybe, just maybe, there won't be an excess demand for abortions. Maybe there will be something different, because for every aborted child, there are families that can't have children that would love to love that child
and go out of the country.
I mean, we have now, we have how much artificial insemination and infertility and money being spent on that. Whereas perhaps people would, choose that alternative if adoption was easier. And wouldn't anybody prefer to see a live baby have a chance at life rather than killing it? If you say no, you say no. That's the type of person you are. But I think the majority of people, you would want to see that. We have more laws protecting puppies than we do protecting, unborn children.
That's what I was saying was, if you cannot get an abortion and you have your child because they don't know about adoption, what happens? Who pays?
The taxpayer. Only, well, no, not always the taxpayer. That's only if you're impoverished. I mean,
but most are.
No, that's not true.
Lower and lower middle class, white and black and Chinese and Spanish. Yes, they are. It's not the rich.
By ethnicity,
it's not the rich.
Abortion by ethnicity, more than 50% of the abortions are Black children being aborted.
Yeah.
And then the next number is Hispanic, and then Asian and white. So if you want to talk about ethnicity, but socioeconomic, I don't know. I think that the majority of people having abortions are teens, and I don't know.
I think they're white teens.
It could be. It could be.
I don't think they're Black.
But by race, no. By race, it's majority Black children being killed. That's just
no. I think that's really. I think it's opposite. Okay.
No, those are the numbers. The numbers are more than 50% of abortions are aborting Black children. So I think we all agree they're mostly teenagers, but but where they fall in the social area, I don't know.
Economically,
they're mostly teenagers. They're mostly young people having abortions. So economically speaking, they're probably mostly in their parents' household.
And afraid of their father.
So their personal economics is low. And possibly if they have the kid, they might wind up on welfare because they're still too young and they don't work, possibly. So to your point, I get what you're saying is that, but at the end of the day, it becomes a question about the morality of your country, right? And the humans that live in your country, and of us as a species that, we're promoting killing unborn children.
That I disagree with, yes.
Instead of promoting, don't get pregnant if you're not ready to have a baby. And if there's an accident or a problem, adoption is an alternative. And that's why we talked about it before. The sonogram program works so well because when a mother hears the heartbeat of their child, they're less likely to abort. That doesn't mean that they have to be, stuck forever. If there are options for adoption. Okay, we're over already, and we didn't even play half of the videos for tonight. But I think that we got to the bottom of Kamalatics. I think. Well, we certainly discussed abortion.
Thank God I don't have a uterus because don't know if I'm going to have an abortion or not. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, when you think about all those young people, you know how groupthink happens, right? And you want to fit in. And could you imagine that vasectomy clinic and how many young men might make a decision spur of the moment?
Those are all divorced men that just want to get laid and not get anyone pregnant. That is the best thing I ever heard.
I don't know. There's a lot of young people at that DNC. I mean, fortunately, vasectomies are reversible, so it's not as horrible as sterilizing a woman. But I mean, it's crazy that's the focus of the Democratic National Convention is abortion. And I just
That's
think
all they have. That's all they have.
I think it sends a terrible message. I know that there were a lot of comments that I didn't get to, and I'm so glad that everybody's talking with each other. And I'm so glad that you all tuned in. And I'm sorry that we didn't get to all the videos, but we'll hold them over for next week. Maybe we'll do Kamalatics part 2.
We won't abort them.
We won't abort the videos. They're encouraging Gen Z not to have children. This is true. It's all about killing humanity in America. Yeah, but it's not just here. Remember that. It's all over the world. It is the new mindset and it's the new world order. So it's not just happening here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Jen, last word to you.
I lost my balls. I'm reading these comments. We might have to go to Chicago tomorrow. Are you ready? Because I'll make sure I lost my balls in Chicago. Like,
Jen, I think you need to get that steamer ready and start making.
No, you
start making those shirts.
I'm going to stand right outside that mobile vasectomy van.
Well, fortunately for you, not a lot of people watch the show, so nobody will steal your idea. Get on it, honey. Don't they have that it's not Etsy, but that website that makes the shirts?
That's what I did for Scott all the time.
Well, baby, get that going.
We're going to Chicago.
We'll post the link to your I lost my balls in Chicago to buy your t-shirt. We'll post it all over social media.
I went to the DNC and all I did was lose my balls.
I like the other one.
I like them both. I made them both up. So make them do
Okay. All right. Get them going. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you next Tuesday. Remember, like, rumble, subscribe, retweet, Facebook, everything. See you all next Tuesday. Bye.